Does your business need quality control? That's a great question. We're going to talk about it today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by House Call Pro, which is the #1 service software for service professionals. And I love this software because as a small business owner, you can save a whole lot of time keeping track of the details of the job and the customers and the recurring scheduling that you have. Then if you have cancellations or you have to switch something around, you can do that all in an app on your phone instead of an Excel spreadsheet or instead of using paper notes or printing out pages or any of those things. It's also great for dispatching the jobs and the invoices and the one-click credit card processing. It's really amazing. They'll walk you on a free demo. Check it out at housecallpro.com/Angela. All right, on to today's show. We have a house cleaner that called in and asked this question.
Hello, Angela Brown. My name is Angel Hernandez. I have a question today. I've recently started a company within the last few months, and so far it is going great. I have a few recurring customers, and I'm looking to hire more employees in the upcoming months as my business expands. I was wondering about how do you dispatch your employees? Do they meet at your house or maybe your office every morning to get the supplies and their work orders? Or do they get the supplies every evening and just go directly to the house the next day? What I was thinking of doing is that we'll meet at my house or perhaps way in the future at my office and to get the work orders and the supplies currently at my house. I was thinking of doing it this way just in case, for example, a cleaner will quit. I will know beforehand that they're not going to be cleaning that day so that I can, either get another cleaner to do it, postpone the cleaning, or maybe even do the cleaning myself. Thank you for all your videos. They're amazing, and they really helped me get my business going. And I'm so thankful for you and your team. And thank you.
All right, Angel, this is an excellent question. Thank you so much for asking it. And what I'm hearing you ask is how do you do your quality control? Because all of the things that you just asked about dispatching your employees for the day comes back to quality control. So I love to have a hub where the job starts and ends. In the morning, it starts. In the end of the day, it finishes. So it is a hub where your employees come and they get their cleaning supplies and then they leave. At the end of the day, they bring their cleaning supplies back. And again, it's quality control. So what happens is this. If you are the business owner and you're working out of your house, when you get up first thing in the morning, you're going to want to make sure that you have your shower and that you are dressed and you are in your uniform because you will lead by example. If you just roll out of bed and you're in your bathrobe and you're sucking on a cup of coffee, when your employees get there, that sets the tone for their day. But if they arrive and you've had your shower and you're dressed and you've exercised and you're rip-roaring ready to go, that's what inspires them as well to carry on that part of your brand to their customers. All right, so when they arrive at your place of business, whether it is your office or your home, what happens is this. It gives you eyes on your employees. So you can make sure that they did in fact arrive on time. Lots of times employees will kind of stretch the truth a little bit and they'll say, I'm on my way, when in fact they haven't left their homes yet. And so if they're running late, you will know if they start their day at your place, okay? So you will know, did they arrive on time? You also can look with your eyes and see, do they match the hygiene code and the dress code of the day? Have they had their showers? Are they wearing deodorant? Do they have their hair pulled back? Are they in their uniforms? All the things that are your company brand. You also have a way to look at the vehicles that they're driving if they're driving their own personal vehicle. Is the company car that they are driving, that they are going to be parking in front of the client's house for this amount of time during the day, is it clean? And so if it's your company car, is it ready to rock and roll? If it's their personal car, is it ready to rock and roll? So you get to see that. There are also a few other things that kind of go without saying, but if, for example, the babysitter didn't show up and they've got a couple of kids tucked away in the back of the car, you can see that too. Now that has happened on a lot of houses where the house cleaners will show up at the job, and because they're leaving from their home, going directly to the job, they might take their kids with them on the job. But if they show up at your place first and the kids are not there, then you know that they're meeting your company policies if you have a no kids policy coming to work with you. And we do recommend that just for insurance reasons, and it's difficult to babysit while you're also cleaning. All right, so then another thing that we are able to watch is there anything else that's going on? So I know lots of house cleaners right now are taking temperatures of their employees. Before the COVID pandemic thing is over, they're doing all their temperature before they go to work for the day. So you would have the ability to do that as well, where if you had a sick employee because they need the money, it might be easy to say, well, I'm feeling good enough, I think I'll just show up. So if they're leaving from their homes and they're just showing up at the client's place of business, there has to be a massive amount of trust. And until they get through this probation period where you are comfortable sending them out from their own homes, I recommend that there is a hub where they start their day. Also, when they arrive to start their day and they arrive to pick up their cleaning equipment, you have all of the cleaning equipment ready for them. There's been inventory, there's been a walkthrough of the inventory, you've checked all of the spray nozzles to make sure that nothing is twisted or broken or has come undone or is unhinged, that they have all their proper personal protective equipment for the day, and that they have everything they need to do their jobs. They can also do a 360 of their cleaning caddies and then pack their cars while they're at your place of business, and you can watch that process. This way, there are no surprises in your business, right? Then on the other end of the day, at the end of the day, it also gives them a place to come back to. So instead of them lingering and chit-chatting with customers for an extra hour at the end of the day on your company time, what happens is they say, oh, I've got to get back. I'm expected back at a certain time. You know when the job ends. And so it forces them to leave the job and to come back and report back to you. So at the end of every day, you have a quick follow-up with your employees to say, how did it go today? Was anything broken? Was the customer there? Were there any lockouts? Was there anything that malfunctioned on the job? So you have a way for them to report that back to you at the end of the day. And then also, they bring their cleaning supplies back to you, again, for inventory, to get it out of the car so that it doesn't evaporate or it's not sitting in a hot car or any of those things. So do I recommend a hub? Yes, I do, and it's called quality control. It allows you as the business owner to be in charge of and to watch all the different aspects of your business as far as the employee that you are dispatching out into the workplace. Because when they go out into the workplace, they are an extension of your company brand. And you want to make sure that you only send them out if they're healthy, if they're well, if they're clean, if they're prepared, and all of those things. And so I do recommend, in fact, a hub. All right, I hope that helps a little bit. If it does, please pass this on to a friend. If we've earned your subscription, please subscribe. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.